leaving my country in 78. I was young. I was just turned 16 years old. We came to this country and we come and work here. And I used to live in this bunkhouse. That's where I lived the first time I came, and it's kind of old. That nobody's living in there now. So.
Show me your guys' house.
Which house?
Oh, this house right here.
Yeah, well, that was the boss house. This is just the main house where the boss used to live. I never thought I was going to live in the house. It was different table, but we used to go in there. The boss used to sit over here. The employees, we used to go over there. And right in the corner was my place, I guess. Yeah, okay, John. Not like it was the second time. It was the best. The one I took.
I don't think that he gives himself enough credit coming from where he did. My dad came from a family of 14 kids, and although he came over here to work when he was very young, he started working over there when he was very young. He stopped going to school to work and help the family. And my aunts always talk about how they remember him taking them all to the kitchen and helping my grandma feed them.
This is the kitchen in the house that he grew up in Mexico. It has 2 rooms, but at one point they only had the 1 room.
And they grew up on a ranch where there were no electricity, there's no plumbing, there's no water. So life wasn't easy for them. And life isn't easy in Mexico. Education-wise, my dad, he went to 2nd, 3rd grade, I think. And over there, it's a privilege. You have to pay to go to school. Here, I think a lot of people take advantage of the opportunities that you do have here. But he knew immediately what hard work was.
Then I was like 11 years old when I had to work in the field like a man, and that's how I grew up.
It's crazy to think about how young he was when he came over here. Really just a kid, really 15-year-old, 16-year-old kid. Everybody talks about the American dream and coming over and working here. And I think he landed here at the ranch, and I guess he decided he liked it and he wanted to stay. That's when we hear the story of, he told my mom, all right, well, either you marry me or I'm going back and I'm not coming back. I admire my mother, who 10 days after they got married went on this huge adventure with him to come over here, not knowing anything or what she was getting herself into. They literally had 2 bowls, 2 spoons, but they'd still have people come over and friends come over, and 2 people would eat at a time. My mom washed the dishes and 2 more people would eat at the time, and nobody complained. It wasn't like, people just understood. Just to put it in perspective of how poor or where they started.
And this is the same way it was when I come over here the first time, And when I come over here at the ranch and start working, I find out it is different, but it's kind of the same thing. It's work. Work 12, 15 hours and 18 hours a day. I was used to, so that part didn't bother me. That's how I end up, in this business. I'm not a real cowboy, but I think I know what to do with the cows. It is hard work, but like I say, I have no education, so I have to do the hard work.
He talks about not having a whole lot of education. I think he's very humble when he talks about that because life has taught him a lot.
That saddle there, it's the Natchez Pass. And that's what I used to go to Winnemucca when they have horses.
I took my coat back inside. I'm like, oh, I should have...
No está aquí.
No, I'm fine.
¿Esto está caliente? Yeah, this one is...
They've worked so hard for us, and I know that he does. He does it for his family.
It's been a lot of work for him, and I realize that now that I'm older. I think when we were kids, we were just that. We were kids. Everything was just the normal to us. We all grew up here, so it's what I know is home. Looking back, they did have some hard times raising 4 kids on really one salary of farmhand's salary, which wasn't much. We
had absolutely everything that we needed and really everything that we wanted. We were such happy kids here. We didn't need anything fancy. We loved playing out here, playing in the dirt.
This is just right out here.
He gave me every opportunity in the world to be successful. He taught us from a very young age, not by telling us, but by showing us that hard work was important, that education was important.
The good old first day of school pictures.
I remember going to school and feeling this invisible pressure. I don't know if that's the best way to see it, but we knew, or at least I knew, that I had to do well to show my parents that all the hard work that they've done has been worth it.
Proms, this is honor society.
The two daughters, they graduated in the first place, so really proud of these girls.
This was my graduation, my high school graduation. That's when she got a scholarship.
When we got to the college age, you know, we were all pretty good about trying to get scholarships and things, and we did, but they were always there. You come to me first, don't go get student loans, we'll worry about that. You come to me and we'll worry about it later. And they wanted something better for us.
It was probably at the end of '87 or '88 when my boss decided that, you know, he wanted to go back to California, and I've been over here, you know, a long time, so I kind of know the job. So he told me if I, you know, just manage it for him. And I said, well, we can try it, see if I make it. I never managed anything before. One time I mentioned to him that I like to have cows. He kind of told me how we can do it, and that's how I started. So when he was ready to not lease the place, I have like about 300 cows.
Little by little, letting him take over, buying a few cows here, taking over the lease, slowly buying the equipment, and then until it became himself, this was his business.
We were a little scared. We were like, that's a lot of work, and just for one guy.
I was kind of scared first when I started, you know. And I used to spend that much money, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay it, but one day I thought, well, I just do it. If I come out all right, good. If you don't, well, I do something different. So, but it is like when I buy the place or start buying it, I didn't feel no different.
When he was just a worker and managing, and then became the owner and the boss, there wasn't change because he just still was doing what he loved to do.
Maybe somebody else, they started buying a place like I'm doing, and they probably don't want to work. I don't want to do that. So I like to work if I can.
He doesn't really think he's done much. He's just done his best.
That's how, you know, we started, and yes, after years, I don't know what happened, but I'm still here. So. Whatever I am now, it's just my wife support me all these years. That's kind of big thing for me. And my kids, they did good, so that was the other part of it. So I feel really good, you know, I'm really proud of the family that I have. So I don't say I have the perfect family, but, you know, I'm really proud of my family. I can say that.
This truly is home. Now with my daughter, it's the place that I want her to know. You know, it's always Grandpa's ranch. You know, that's home.
They came here for that American dream and to provide for their family in Mexico and their family now, and give us a better life than they had, and they have. They've given us an amazing life.